Today, I am going to tell you 3 things that we did to allow us to pay off more than $200,000 worth of debt in 36 months. By doing these 3 things, you can pay off debt or save money and reach your financial goals in a relatively quick period of time. Hi, I'm Wendy Valencia. My husband Mauricio and I have paid off more than $200,000 in 36 months, and we did it quickly and easily by doing these simple steps. Now, I should talk about budgeting right here, but honestly, you already know you're going to have to create a budget in order to reach your financial goals. So I'm not even going to address budgeting. But if you want to know more about budgeting, I have a whole video on how to do that, and I'll link that down in the description box. So what are these 3 mysterious things? Well, if you followed me for a hot second, I bet you can tell me what the 3 things are. So actually push pause and go down in the comments section and write what the 3 things you think I'm going to talk about are. Let's see if you're right. So thing number 1. Thing number 1, we're a Dr. Seuss novel. Thing number 1 and thing number 2. So number 1, we actually started to reconcile our budget. So way back when, I've been budgeting for over 10 years, almost 11 now. And way back when, I thought I was budgeting and I was tracking what we were spending, sort of, but not every little cent. It was like, on the whole, the majority of what we were spending. So once I started tracking every single cent, and this was actually done by linking up our bank accounts to a budgeting app and tracking every cent that went in and out of my bank account, I actually started to make financial headway. Yeah, it was a big learning experience. Because essentially I was nickel and diming myself to death. I would spend, $1 here, $5 there, and not really tallying it. And those were totaling up to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month that I could have been putting towards my financial goals. Number 2, we got 1 full month ahead in our income, which means what we earn this month goes to pay next month's bills. So as the checks come in, I actually deposit them in my savings account, and on the 31st of the month or the 1st of the month, depending on how on the ball I am, I drop that sum of money in my checking account, and that's what we use to pay our bills next month. That allows me to do several things. 1, it allows me to make my debt payments on the 1st of the month. So I don't have the option of spending that money because they've already been paid. That money's gone. If I were doing it differently, I'd be paying those bills last, and that is not the way that I achieve financial success. It also allows me to have a safety net because there is a full month's salary sitting in my savings account should I have a true financial emergency. Now, obviously, we've never had to use that money, but it's there if we need it for some reason. And it also makes for easier budgeting. That was a key for us because back when Mauricio was not having a fixed income and I didn't know how much he was earning month to month, it was really difficult for us to do the budget. But once I started knowing exactly how much his income would be for the rest of the month, I was good. And number 3, we created sinking funds. That means we have a whole lot of money set aside for things that are coming down the pike. And so we're looking forward. We're planning for the things that we know will be happening. Things are no longer happening to us. We are planning for them and we are ready for them. And in fact, we actually put $2,000 away every single month to our sinking funds. And that money saved us at tax time this year because we had a huge tax bill and we were like, okay, how are we gonna pay this? We operate on a zero-based budget and we don't have a bunch of cash just laying around. Well, we had our sinking funds. And so while those sinking funds were programmed for something, we realized pretty quickly that we could take money out of one and just keep saving for that same sinking fund for longer than we had originally planned to save for it. And I cannot tell you how calming it is to know that you can be slapped with a very, very, very large tax bill and be able to cover it without batting an eye. So I'll see you in the next one. See ya. We're out.